Welcome back, I'm Sean, and there are very few headphones that can actually surpass the 100-hour mark battery life, and so far we've seen one, which is the Tronsmart Apollo Q10, and the QCY H3 that is trying to reach that but did not. Today we found a new battery life king, so let's check it out. So this headphones today was sent over to me by Soundpeats for review, and this is not a sponsored post, and my review will still be based on my honest and unbiased opinion. And if you're new here, please consider subscribing and ring the notification bell so you won't miss any future tech reviews. So the Soundpeats Space here comes in the mid-range ANC headphones price of 380 Malaysia ringgit or about $80 US, and you're going to find that this headphone provides you with all the specs that makes this price ultra reasonable. So if you're interested in what you see, definitely get them in the links below. So although this is a 2024 headphones, you're going to get a very 2020 headphone style, which pretty much is still the Sony XM4 era sort of style, and you're still not going to get that seamless stem design with the ones like the XM5. And the build quality of this headphone is pretty good. You're getting decent plastic build here, not the best, but does feel pretty good and not those cheap plastic that you normally get with other headphones. And at the top of the band is something pretty special because Soundpeats uses a microfiber-like material to cover the top part of the headphones, which honestly made it really posh and nice to hold. And below that is a soft foam headband with a protein leather finish, but you can see it is actually quite thin. So with the headband made of this cloth material, I do notice a little flex with the headband, so you can see that it's not solid, right? Since there is no rigid plastic piece inside the frame, you can see the thing warping a little bit as you stretch it, so I don't really like that because if you have a big head like me, it's going to look pretty weird at the top here. So moving down the headband, you're going to see the Soundpeats tagline here, your imagination, and a very nicely built extension arm over here with metal inlays as well as a properly covered up inside, unlike some other headphones brand with exposed cables at the back. As for the ear cups, you're going to get a rotating, swiveling and tilting headphones that allows the headphones to rest nicely on your head, very comfortably cupping your ears. And outside of the headphones, you're going to see the large Soundpeats branding there, which I don't mind because the offset design is somewhat a Soundpeats signature. And then you're also getting a nice soft protein leather pad here with memory foam. And inside, you're also going to see the left and right indicator inside the ear cups, which is ideal for most headphones and makes it really easy to orientate and wear. So this headphone is also not the lightest, coming in at about 264 grams, but considering it has a pretty huge battery, I can kind of look past that. And when you hold it, you can feel the majority of the weight is actually on the ear cups itself, but honestly it's still lighter than the AirPods Max, coming in at 385 grams. So controls on these headphones is pretty comprehensive, and on the right ear cups itself, you're going to get a power button which also acts as the play or pause button. You're going to get a volume rocker which also acts as a track skipping button, and there's also a 3.5mm audio jack here to plug in your headphones. On the left ear cups itself, there is also a button to toggle the different ANC mode, and also a Type-C charging port to charge up the headphones. So as you can see, the mic ports on these headphones is also covered up in a nice plastic grille, which adds to the nice aesthetic of the headphones rather than just drilling two holes onto the headphones. So as I mentioned at the start of the video, this is one of the headphones that surpasses the performance of the Tronsmart Apollo Q10 with the 100-hour battery life. And if you turn off ANC, these headphones gives you a whopping 123 hours of battery life, which is pretty insane in my opinion. And if you think about it, you can play music on this at about 50% volume non-stop for 5 days straight. So if you are sparingly using it, this headphone should last you a really long time. And with ANC on, that drops down to about 61 hours, which is still plenty good considering that most headphones without ANC also max out at about 60 hours. In terms of the volume that you get with these headphones, I get to my usual comfortable listening volume at about 55%, which isn't the best. And to get to a loud volume, I would say it hovers around 95 to 100% volume range. So for me, it's plenty good since I honestly don't use my headphones that loud. I much prefer if a headphones to get loud at about 80% volume, so it can give some some people a little more flexibility and space to go even louder, since some songs are generally produced softer as well. So feature on these headphones is pretty normal, and for the first time in a long time, I don't see a hi-res logo slapped on the box of the Soundpeats product. What you're gonna get here is a very basic Bluetooth 5.3 chipset with the SBC codec supported only, and at some sites it says that it supports AAC, but that is not true, and I've tested these headphones on my phone and they only support the SBC codec. So Soundpeats says that these headphones are water resistant but doesn't state the water resistant rating, so I believe they are probably sweat resistant and splash resistant, so try not to get them soaking wet if you can. And the headphones also comes with a 40mm dynamic driver with a titanium film, which is a decent sized headphones, but they really market it with a very fancy material. So this headphones also supports a 2-device multi-point connectivity, which means you can connect it to your computer and your phone simultaneously, and it will switch between them automatically. So you're gonna get the Soundpeats app support with these headphones, and the treatment inside the app is pretty much the same with their other range of products. At the homepage here, you're gonna see a white headphones despite you having a black headphones, and also the battery percentage at the top. And you can also update the firmware here at the top left button at the home page here. And inside the settings page, you're going to get to adjust your volume as well as your adaptive EQ, and below that is the equalizer where you get 9 presets to choose from, and also a 10-band EQ if you like to play around with the sound. And you're also going to get to switch between gaming mode and to switch the multi-point mode on or off. So the ANC Performance on the Soundpeats Space is really one of the better ones, and in the budget to mid-tier headphone range, very few can compete with the performance here in my opinion. So from an ANC standpoint, these are not as strong as the ones you get with the XM4s or the XM5s, but it gives you actually almost flagship noise cancellation. I say almost because it's good but not perfect. The low humming noise or road noise test proves to be very effective and gives you a very good noise reduction in noise level when you don't have any music playing. It reduces noise level to about 70%, and when you have soft music playing, it does wipe out noise quite effectively. This applies best in an airplane cabin noise test where the sound almost entirely disappears when you have some soft music playing. So with the cafe noise test, it does effectively reduces the overall noise levels by about 60% without music playing, and if you have music playing, it almost feels silent, but if you pay attention to it, you can still kind of hear some crowd noise coming through. So the transparency mode here is natural and sounds really nice without it being overly annoying or artificial. So all in all, I'm going to rate these headphones with an ANC Performance of 8.4 out of 10. So sound quality with the headphones is extremely enjoyable, and you're going to get that true Soundpeats classic tuning, which makes the headphones really sound alive. To rank the prominence of each of the frequencies, this headphones has very great highs, good bass, and decent mids or vocal performance. So very V-shaped kind of tuning. So starting with the bass performance, you're going to get very good mid-bass resonance, and you do hear them especially when you have the volume slightly higher. And with the sub-bass, you will hear them, but they are not the deepest rumbling bass you ever heard. They still give you that solid thumb, but they are not deep. So the vocals on these headphones is decent, and the reason I rate it that way because it doesn't really give you that shine when you listen to music with a lot of vocals, and although they still sound good, you do feel that it is slightly recessed, but fortunately they are not muffled. Highs here is the most prominent frequency with these headphones, and it gives you a very clear sparkle with an absolutely silver and metallic sound signature here. So if you play it close to maximum volume, you actually feel the highs a little overwhelming, but if you hover it around 50 to 80% volume, they sound really nice, complementing the bass and vocals very nicely. So this is a test to see if the Soundpeats Space is a good headphones for making phone calls. So this is me speaking in a relatively quiet environment, and this is the call quality that you can expect. So what I'm going to do now is to turn on a simulated background noise so you can hear a difference. So now there's a simulated background noise playing in the background, and this is the call quality that you can expect with these headphones. So what do you think of the call quality? Let me know in the comment section down below. So latency performance here with gaming mode turned on is at 65 milliseconds, and playing games like PUBG gives you a pretty good latency performance, and you can tell that this is not instantaneous latency, but from a real-time perspective, these are not laggy headphones at all, and it also works well with videos and movies. So let's take a look at the latency performance of these headphones. So I think this is a very complete offerings by Soundpeats. It's not priced very expensive and in a very good mid-range price point, but the fact that it gives you all the capabilities that you're looking for in an ANC headphones, including multi-point connectivity in a headphones today, is really quite impressive. So that is it for this review. If you find this video helpful, smash the thumbs up button, share this video everywhere, and if you haven't yet subscribed, do consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next video.